Hello, what's going on, everybody? I am making a video to sort of go into what I've been up to lately. I haven't uploaded in the past couple weeks or so. As the last video I uploaded, I was having some issues with my microphone, so I guess all the audio was just cut out of it. But if you read the title, you know that I blew my fourth attempt at my 25K challenge with Funded Trading Plus. This is that account that I blew. After blowing this account, I decided I was going to take time away from the evaluations and just go back to the demo account, which is what I did. And I took some time sort of looking at my execution and just my entries and where I believe my trading was going wrong. And I opened a new account that, let's see, which one is it? I think it's this one. And I started a new attempt, and this is the current account that I'm on. I have only 6 losses in this attempt. The last one, I only had 6 wins. So it's kind of interesting the way some of those things turn around. But I've never done this well on any of the previous evaluations that I had attempted. So, the gap between my average win and loss is widening, and I'm starting to get a lot better at cutting my losses short, closing out the position before I get stopped out. And so I've been doing really well. And there was a lot of inconsistency with my entries. And I sort of changed that by looking into things like fair value gaps, which I found an indicator actually to identify them for me on the chart, which is nice. But I was I knew that these gaps existed, but I wasn't as acutely aware of the fact that the price is heading to those gaps. That's where the reactions are going to happen, and that's where you're either going to make the trade or it's not going to play out. But that's where the probabilities lies within those gaps in the price. And so I pretty much started trading for those gaps. I would only enter if price arrived at one of those areas in the gap and had the appropriate reaction. If there was no reaction and it traded through the gap, or if it never entered the gap in the first place to react, I don't enter the market. And that's been saving me a lot of pain and heartache that I was going through on some of my previous attempts, because I would just get in whenever I felt like it was a good idea. There was some basis for my entries in the past, but they weren't as fine tuned as they are now. And now I am a much pickier trader. I'm much more precise with where I enter and why. And I am much more diligent with my stop loss. And I've limited my entries significantly. Yesterday, I had the biggest day I've ever had so far on these demo accounts. And I believe it was like a 800 and something odd dollar trade. So I increased my lot size actually a lot of times I'll have 2 different entries, and I'll take half a lot. This time I took 1 lot, and I had my 2 biggest trades ever. I had 1 loss earlier that day. That was about a $50 loss. I kept that one very small, and the next trades I took brought me to 850 some odd dollars. But it's great. I'm $600 away from passing this challenge, and yeah, I mean, I don't feel like there's any uncertainty anymore with my trading. I feel like I've really found my groove in a sense. So I'm very much looking forward to trading throughout this week, and I'm going to be uploading again whenever I do pass or fail or whatever ends up happening with this account. I'll definitely upload a video and go into it and talk about it. But I'm not going to be uploading every single day like I used to. Now that I feel like I'm starting to get my footing with my strategy, I really have just been laser focused. So I apologize if I haven't been quite as forthcoming with showing the progress day to day. because a lot of it is more of the same. Right? I want to make sure I'm uploading things that are worth watching. But if it's essentially the same video that I keep posting over and over again, going on about, I messed up these trades and those trades and so on. I have a lot of those already on the channel. From here, I think I'm really just going to be uploading when I hit a significant milestone. So if I pass this challenge and then I'm able to scale up my account, or so on, or if I have a big trade or a nice withdrawal, then that would be something I definitely would want to share. But I think so far I've really been accomplishing the goal that I had created in mind for this channel, which is I wanted there to be a resource on YouTube, a channel for people to go to actually witness and see what the hard work and that period of stagnation looks like that all traders have to go through. Most YouTubers, successful traders that have channels, they're not showing that period in their journey when they were first starting out and they were going through all these periods of drawdown and uncertainty and really not knowing if you're going to make it, because when you're in that phase you really don't know. So it's very discouraging for someone to want to then expose themselves and their weaknesses and share that with a community of people. But I truly believe that's getting that perspective and understanding that, hey, you're not alone out here. You're not the only one going through this drawdown and not really being able to see the improvements that you would like to have. Being able to have that relation and being able to see that there are other people going through what you're going through, I think is immensely important in terms of people being able to stay on the path. If you don't feel like you're alone, it's not going to feel as impossible to accomplish when you have that understanding that, hey, everyone goes through this and this is just the natural process of trading. For some people, that's a longer period that they're going to be going through where they're drawing down and they sort of haven't figured it out yet. But however long that journey is, it's the same journey, right? You have to do the self-work. You have to be introspective. You have to be able to analyze yourself on a very high level and being able to recognize patterns in your trading in order to filter them out, and in order to break the bad habits. You have to be able to see them. And so I'm sort of trying to show this to everybody, show people, how I try and break my bad habits. And I guess this is, a great example, this video, of showing you what you can expect if you do put in that work and if you do work on reviewing your trades and really thinking hard on why you're entering the market when you are, and just getting that consistency down, and making sure the risk management is there, and every aspect of your trading needs to be of the utmost priority. And but yeah, that's really it. I've been MIA, so I apologize for that, but I've been working hard. So we're gonna see how this week goes. I'm really one good day of trading away from passing. So I'm really excited for that. I will be taking whatever profits I make. I'm going to be looking to scale to the next account size. I'm not probably going to be withdrawing until I get a much larger account. Well, I might. We'll see what happens, and see how comfortable I am with the position size that I'm going to be using. But yeah, I'm going to keep moving forward. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Thanks for watching.